Chat throw a coup.
I know. Who would be affected by the chat on the show?
Not us.
Not us.
Affected? Come on.
We love the chat. We love the chat. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets Podcast. We're coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge on Thursday of Spirit Week. I can't wait for today's show. We got a lot planned. Let me introduce the panel. I'm Harrison Wynn. That's Adam Mares.
Oh, it feels so good to be in the same chair but doing a different job.
I know. How much of a weight is lifted off your shoulders when you don't host?
100%. 100% of the weight is in the lead up to the show.
Yeah. Well, you give me the reins to the show, and that's what I come up with.
I love it, man. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. And that's Brendan Vogt over there.
What you guys just laid out is why I've worked so hard to never be promoted at any job I've ever had. I'm really excited to be here today. The Spirit Week branding is wonderful.
That's my favorite, man.
It's really, really great. And
it looks like the 1961 Fleer cards.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what it makes me think of? Remember our old bit when we did like summer camp Wancho in the old BSN office in Lakewood?
That was an epic summer from Wancho.
He had a good one. He had a good one.
The pictures in the pool.
Wancho's actually a dark horse candidate for what we were talking about.
We were talking about best lives to have.
Who's lived the greatest life? Like, just not saying they've accomplished the most or whatever, just the happiest. Like, that would...
That looks like that was a
fun.
great ride. Honestly, the Ern and Gomez brothers are dark horse candidates.
Absolutely. But Spirit Week rolls on today. We've had a great week. You know, shirt day on Monday, talking about our favorite merch here. And mystery guest, musical chairs. Today is the official day of giving for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes.
Yeah. And we, I think, as a network, hit our goal of raising $10,000 earlier today. So that's awesome. Raised $10,000 across all of ALLCITY. You know, DNVR, PHNX, CHGO, PHLY, DLLS. So
we had a company management meeting earlier this year. It was like January or something, very early. And it was like, all right, how can we be better as a company? How can we do these different things? One of the top things we discussed was we have now a growing platform across all of this. Like, what is a nonprofit we could partner with that makes sense for us, but is a way for us to like just do something good with us? You know, like we feel everything we do is good, building community, all this stuff. But where can we get money? And we like made the Big Brothers Big Sisters partnership. So now, days like today, this is the ultimate donation day.
Yeah.
For across all of ALLCITY. There's some people throwing some big bucks around in some of the other markets. I think we climbed up to third today.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Yeah. Not good enough. But the day's still going.
Right. Where we have the benefit of being in the Mountain Time Zone.
That's right.
So where we got some extra time to catch up.
We gotta at least take second,
here.
Man. Philly and Chicago right now ahead of us.
I'm cool with Chicago, like coming in first. Philly cannot come in second, though.
Is Philly more generous than Denver?
City of brotherly love, guys.
Yeah. Does Philly care more about Big Brothers, Big Sisters than Denver?
It's according to the donations, yes.
No, but I mean, as you said, Big Brothers, Big Sisters is the perfect partnership for us. Community, they have a presence all across the country, and sports is a huge part of their community outreach as well. So thrilled for that partnership. And we're going to be doing a lot of events with them throughout the off season as well. Golf tournaments, maybe a little basketball clinic action, some really cool stuff with them. So I'm excited for it.
I was really grateful the company put out a sign up sheet. So I'm signed up. I'm looking forward to joining the organization and helping out as a big brother. And if you've just heard Big Brothers and Big Sisters and not actually known precisely what they do, it serves young people from age 5 through young adulthood in one-on-one mentoring friendships. Hang out 2 to 3 times a month. Just do normal, fun, everyday activities. See a movie, get some homework done, hang out. I'm looking forward to joining the organization. I'm looking forward to see what we can get done today, raising for them. Shout out Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America.
Yeah. So let's raise some money today. If you see on the right side of your screen.
What is this?
This is what we do, what we have to do.
Yeah.
Based on how much money the Toyota chat raises for us on today's show.
I really want to open up Harlow salmon that he gave us.
So you can see all the different challenges there. Push-ups, Harlow salmon, mystery sausage. That's if we raise $300. Somebody has to chug a beer if we raise $400.
Yeah.
30 push-ups. Blind taste test. I don't even know what that one is. Kale
made this one up.
Oh, right. Great. Awesome.
Anonymous office question. This is where you have to go upstairs and ask somebody an embarrassing question.
That's no problem.
And
Vogt can do that.
And capture on your phone and then send it to Kale to play.
Okay.
Rocky shots, mystery shot, and then we have to try really like the hottest hot sauce on the face of the earth.
Is this true?
If we raise $1,000,
one of us dies.
This is the last dab from Hot Ones made from Pepper X. It's literally the hottest hot sauce in the world.
We have to all do that?
Yep. Well, that's if we raise $1,000.
I hope we raise $999.
If we raise $1,000, I will do that. I will take a dab of that.
There's a chance you'll die.
I'll do it for the cause.
All right.
I'll do it for the cause.
Have you seen those videos when people do it and then they're out with the hose for like 2 hours? Just
No, I have.
All right. Well, let that be us.
We're,
so donate.
we're $40 in. So
we're $40
Okay, $40
60
in.
more till push-ups for one Brendan Vogt.
So has Harlow's salmon like been in a fridge this
Harlow
whole time?
salmon should have been further down the list for sure.
No, I can't wait. I will say, and we appreciate our guy Harlow. We love Harlow,
Yeah.
man. A first teamer.
It's the freshness I'm worried about.
No, it's because it's canned, so like you can save that. That's the whole idea. It's jarred,
right.
so it
Okay.
stays well.
All right.
The problem is, I don't think it would have been good fresh,
All right, that's part of it. Let's find out.
but we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Kale's keeping track of the donations. But let's dive into the mailbag. We got some mailbag questions left over from last week that we didn't get to, so thought we could just dive into the mailbag and see what we find.
All right, let's do it. Let's get after it.
Let's do it.
All right, first one here from Fanatic Dak. Which players are untouchable in trade talks on this roster, in your opinion, aside from Jokic? For me, it's CB and AG.
It's an interesting one because Aaron Gordon is untouchable in trade talks unless you're talking about Giannis.
A massive deal.
Yeah, so it's like, does that count? Because it's not that I'm trying to trade him for, Pascal Siakam, who I think might be a better player or this or that. It's like, that doesn't matter. AG is the guy that fits here. Giannis is better, and there might be 2 or 3 others I could think of if I really went through it that I might, trade him for. So he's on the list with that caveat. And then I love Christian Brown, but there is the realness of, is he really going to be 30 mil? I know we owe the salary cap and this or that, but it's still like, that's a lot of money, man, for a guy that is not that versatile as an offensive player. Yeah. So to me, it goes Jokic, AG, and then everybody else, you can just negotiate circumstance.
I know. I think that's the right answer.
I agree. And then even AG is almost, if you've begun a real rebuild, maybe it's different. But moving on from AG, just sort of, how many people in the organization have called him the soul of the team? So it would feel spiritually incorrect. Even if you could convince me it was prudent, I would say I'm against it.
The nice thing is it's also not prudent. So that's what makes it nice is he's both like a good glue guy as well as also being kind of the perfect fit. So outside of Giannis, I don't see
I was trying to even think of a list of guys that you would be cool throwing AG into a package for. I mean, Giannis, there's probably a list. It's not that big, though.
It's not that big of a list for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Anthony Davis?
No, I'm not doing it.
I mean, he's a more impactful. It doesn't matter. Let's not do this.
Yeah, whatever. All right, good question. What else we got?
Are we still at $40? Kelly, are you able to see?
I think we're at 60 now.
$60? Ooh, I can't wait. Come on, people. Keep it coming. For a good cause.
This one comes from the Nuggets Lair. Loved yesterday's show about your perfect Nuggets offseason. 2-part question. What are your thoughts on how much perimeter shooting would benefit the offense? What ideal/realistic shooters could the Nuggets add in free agency to help stretch the floor?
It's so tough, man, because a lot of the shooters you think of, they'll probably make some threes in the regular season, maybe in the playoffs, but all of them are so bad defensively that it's just like...
Luke Kennard's
the guy everybody
Duncan
brings
Robinson.
up. And it's like those guys, how many minutes can they realistically give you in the playoffs? I don't know.
I think the one that you could cross your fingers doesn't get too expensive is Gary Trent Jr., who I know is not necessarily a sure thing, but man, he had one heck of a first round shooting the ball, shot the ball well for the Bucks. I think the fact that given that ability, he's even potentially available, also tells you something. But as far as adding shooting, he's another name I'd throw out there. So Kennard, you guys said, is the other one.
Kennard's the one everybody's been throwing out.
I think the idea of a singular shooter, look, it helps just for Denver's depth purposes. I mean, there's a real thing of next year. If the roster is a true run-it-back year and they don't add any like dynamic shooting, Jamal Murray or Michael Porter are out a game. Denver has like one shooter. Now you're like, Julian better make it, and there's nobody else to come through.
Well, I mean, we talked about Duran yesterday. No joke. He could be a top 5 shooter on this team next season.
More about the roster than about him, though, probably. But, so I think that's the biggest thing is Denver could just use another guy that can knock down shots. I mean, Hunter Tyson, this was the one thing that if you're going to be the 15th man, at least be a guy that just comes in and is like, well, at least he's going to make some threes. And him not being able to knock down threes in the game, it's kind of been the death knell for him, in my opinion.
Totally.
Is he back at Summer League this year, I wonder?
The third season guy at Summer League.
I mean, part of this is like, why not? He hasn't played enough.
You never do that, but I mean, he's barely played at all. So, yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's not like his value could go lower.
Right.
And it's not, you might as well get him reps playing and see if there's something there. But man, that'd be weird, especially,
Yeah, I mean, Hunter Tyson just not even being able to give you anything with a shot.
I'm going to try to find out if he's playing. I haven't even thought about it.
Sam Hauser's not gettable, is he?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Gary Harris is.
I saw, Magic declining their option on Gary Harris. Can he even shoot anymore these days?
Don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at minimum guys, probably, but like Gary Trent came in on a minimum last year. So.
No.
Okay. We'll hit one more question, then we'll hit our first break. What else we got?
All right. This one coming in from Scottish Nuggets. The question is to help figure out what is the most realistic and likely route front office can go in bettering the team. Would you swap the Nuggets starting 5 with any other team in the NBA?
So we have to take the caveat of I wouldn't because I like the starting 5.
True.
But so it's really like, do you think there is a better one in the NBA? I mean, that's kind of the question. And I think you have to look at Oklahoma City, man. I mean, they're about to win a title. It had more to do with their depth, but their starting group is really good.
Okay,
it does fit.
And you could say Boston too, obviously.
That one's done, though.
It'll be a different year for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's done.
I probably wouldn't.
I don't think I would either, to be honest, even with my own love of the team aside.
Yeah. I mean, who are the real candidates? OKC. I think we can throw Boston out because of the Tatum injury.
Sure. Yeah. The Knicks, but they are flawed.
Yeah.
Orlando's got a really nice 1 through 4 now.
Yeah, I mean, that is the biggest positive right now that you can sell yourself on going into next season.
For sure.
The starting 5 is great.
And the question, I think it all comes back to this question of, okay, fine, starting 5 is great. How do you add depth? Can you add depth around the starting 5 given choices made in the past, including how expensive that starting 5 is? So I think that conversation maybe changes it a bit. But as far as just roll it out and play, man, they're absolutely in that conversation at the very least still.
Yeah, I think you're right. As you go through it, it really is Oklahoma City, Denver. I think you could make a case for Cleveland, but the way they flamed out, they had some injuries, but I don't know about that. Indiana and New York, you could make a small case for. But you're right. I don't think there is a starting 5 that looks clearly better.
I mean, it's a great sign, but maybe it's also a signal that depth is more important than ever.
Might be. It really might be. Yeah.
I mean, you just look at the teams better playing right now.
It's kind of, you guys will laugh at this one, but the Clippers low-key had one of the better ones this year.
They had
No, I'm saying one of the better starting 5s.
Oh,
I mean, that was a really, really good starting 5 that Denver had to go through. But Denver was definitively better. Their starting 5 was definitively better there.
Yeah. Do we want to do one more or do we want to take a break, Cal?
Let's break.
Okay, we'll hit our first break. Guys, we need some donations right now. It's going to be really embarrassing if we don't even get to $100 today, and we can't even make Vogt do 15 push-ups.
We got to at least make him do that.
We got to at least get there. Donate to Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we'll be back right after this.
Guys, want to tell you guys about a brand new partner we have here, Cake Mortgage. This one is incredible, man. A lot of people don't know this. Before I did media, I was in real estate for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Quite a long time doing investments, different things, and also helping people buy. The number one problem people, when they were trying to qualify for a mortgage, the number one problem that I would run into is people who are self-employed. It's almost impossible to get approved because they want to see a W-2, and if you're self-employed, it's all this or that. Cake Mortgage has solved this problem. They have solved it. They have a specialty program now that helps you get a mortgage if you're self-employed. If you're listening, there's probably somebody listening to this right now going, yeah, I've tried to buy a house before. I make good money. I have all these assets, but I don't have a W-2. Cake Mortgage is who you want to call. They reached out to us. I also love this one. They reached out to us because,
love that too.
And you know why? We did a call with them and we're trying to have, do we have an actual cake here?
Oh my God, look at this.
What is this?
This is Cake Mortgage.
Oh my gosh, they sent us a cake.
They sent us a cake, 0 years old apparently. They were just born. Shout out Cake Mortgage.
That looks like a good cake.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I'm telling you, somebody listening to this has tried to get qualified but was not able to get qualified. As the number one people would get rejected is because they're self-employed. Cake Mortgage has a great product for you, and you want to check them out.
A lot of sprinkles on this cake.
Head to the link in the description
like a
of this show. We're excited to have them on. Oh, they told us they are hopping on because of Jokic. True story.
Oh, really?
They're like, yeah, we love Jokic. Cake Mortgage Corporation, equal housing lender, NMLS number 1734623, licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Again, right in the link in the description of the show.
Just like your favorite team needs a home court field ice advantage, and they would never blow that in the playoffs either. Your team, you in your home, need a home floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you get it. Empire Today has flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. At Empire Today, they live and breathe flooring. This is not a thing that they do. This is the thing that they do. And when they say they have expertise, they mean in flooring, and specifically flooring, so that they can mitigate, if not eliminate, any surprises, any questions you may have before it gets into your house. They bring the showroom right to your home so you can pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. See how it looks with your furniture in your house. Again, get precise measurements taken and have all your questions answered so there are no surprises. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DNVR listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code DNVR. You heard that right, a $350 discount with code DNVR. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday/DNVR for full details.
All right, back here on the DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Thursday, Big Brothers Big Sisters Day. We're raising money for them all show and also answering Nuggets mailbag questions.
$20 more till our
We
first
need $20 more.
benchmark, guys.
I might just donate $20 right now.
We just got 5, so we need $15 more.
$15 more. Keep it coming in. Remember, 100% of this goes to Big Brothers, Big Sisters. It's not a thing.
And that's why we're not doing it through Super Chats.
Yeah.
All of this goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, yeah, we should make D-Line do the push-ups.
You think he's tuning in right now?
D-Line, if you're watching.
D-Line was drinking Rakia like 3 hours ago, so I don't know.
Make the push-ups funnier.
Yeah.
All right, from Levi, if Jokic was to play alongside another center, who would be the best fit? I know Brook Lopez was mentioned in the past.
There's no way. He's way too slow. That'd be the slowest.
Yeah, that'd struggle defensively, I think. I mean, do you count Jaren Jackson as a center?
It's like that. You get to that list, right? The Wemby, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, if you count him, Bam Adebayo. They'd have to be very versatile defensively.
I might go Jaren Jackson, man, to be honest.
Really?
I'm like lower on Jaren Jackson when I watch him, and then the idea of him I'm higher on.
Okay.
But
his offense is a little weird. I mean, he would just stay on the corner.
Yeah, I'm thinking more about defense, though. Just like the shot blocking aspect, the rim protection aspect.
Vote. It's time to do some push-ups.
Oh, my.
Push-ups.
Okay,
Where do I do
15
this?
push-ups for Vote. I think you're going to do it right over here.
Yeah, you're going to just in front of the bar, and Logan's going to turn the camera.
Oh, nice. Look at this. Intern Logan is the director
go.
here. What do we got? I'm curious
I'm gonna
form
count
on
them
this
out.
one. Yeah, let's see
Hold on,
here.
hold on.
Up. We don't have you on
All
camera
right,
yet.
are we ready? All right.
there
here
he
we go.
is.
All right, go.
Yep, go for it.
1, 2, 3,
I missed one.
4, 5.
Look at these.
6,
Are great push-ups.
7, 8, 9.
Hey, shout out my
10,
boy, man. Look at this.
11.
My guy
12,
is fit.
13,
Oh,
14.
he's dropping off.
15.
There it is. My guy's fit. Hey, that was pretty good, Bo.
Good
That
job.
was pretty
Bo.
good.
Good job.
I honestly thought you were going to be way weaker than that. Little butt in the air, dip and lift. That was great.
There's a time where I used to do push-ups. That
Really?
time has passed.
I think I'm calling cap on that.
Yeah,
It was like 6 months ago, but yeah.
All right. Logan, will you grab the salmon? Because I think people need to see this.
Okay.
Oh, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, the salmon, Harlow salmon.
Evan Mobley could be in this list too. I could put him.
Which
higher.
he gave to
Harlow
us.
in the chat right now.
When did Harlow give this to us?
Oh, did you just open it?
No,
Well, yeah, you did too.
I have no. The top's still on.
Does that mean it's not open?
I think it's still sealed.
Yeah.
Do you not
That's
want me to
something-
open it yet?
I think once you open it, then it like will expire.
Oh, okay. Well, I
You
haven't
know what I
opened it
mean?
yet.
Yeah.
So
Well-
this is like homemade canned salmon.
Logan, hold it up to one of these cameras, maybe. So people
Yeah,
can
put
see
it
it.
in
It
front of
looks
that
like a
camera.
tongue, to be honest with you. And again, you know what? We had talked about this. You have to get the close up now because it's not
it's
going to
out
go.
of focus, yeah.
It's out of focus. Man. It's rough, man. I'm telling you. Here's the thing: we should do this all summer long. If you want to, somebody sent us sausages.
It's all
Somebody
good.
sent me a book. Have you guys seen the book?
Oh, we showed it on the show.
Oh yeah. So people send things in all summer long. If you send us something that's appropriate, we'll open it on the show.
Open it on the show.
We'll open it on the show, and I guess we won't know if it's appropriate or not until we open it. But
Yep.
we will open it.
It's a flawed system, but we'll do it.
We'll do it. So just send it to the DNVR bar. We will get it. Say CC DNVR Nuggets open on the show.
And we might eat it during a fundraiser
Yeah.
a year after.
Exactly.
All right, let's go back to the mailbag. See what else we got.
This is work, huh? This is my job today.
Yeah.
Dude, you weren't even sweating. You weren't even like out of breath.
I
You
can't
just-
wait for the next one.
Dude, yeah.
Get us up
Very
to,
simple one here. You think the Nuggets will hire a GM before the draft?
It would be hilarious if they don't.
But I feel like it's on the table that they don't.
100% on the table.
It's on the table.
I would bet that they
Because
because
you're
here's
gonna
the,
put another timetable on.
I said, hey, my timetable is going to be correct if we make
Wait,
it through today.
You said 72
I thought
hours.
you said
they will.
within 72 hours.
No. I said it won't be within 72 hours. Remember, originally I said 36 hours.
Are you sure?
Check the tape. Check the tape. You were here. You saw. He heard me. Because I originally said 36
Oh, that's right. He
hours.
changed the whole thing.
I changed the thing to say actually it's going to be more than 72. Now it's going to more
okay.
likely to bleed into next week than it is to get done.
For
in the
some
week.
reason, I heard that. I thought you said within 72 hours.
No, I changed it up on you mid-show. But here's the weird thing. But what if they do not have a guy lined up by Monday? Do you hire a guy Tuesday or do you wait till the draft? Because it'd be almost weirder to now. Like,
I know.
we're going to
Maybe at
announce
this point,
it.
you just wait.
Is there a point where it's like we might as well just wait till after this is all over?
I don't know, man. I almost feel like with each day that you wait, you're less likely to do something that people are accept. Does that make sense? I feel like at this point, people are as upset at the timeline as they are at who or wouldn't get hired. So I feel like this is news you want to get out there as soon as possible if
Yeah.
you've made a decision, but that's just me.
I wonder if you have a 3 or 4 day window here to do it, and then by next Wednesday, it's just, or next Tuesday, it's like, what's the point?
I kind of do feel like there's a good chance it doesn't happen on like Monday or Tuesday, or maybe even over the weekend or something like
Yeah,
that, which would
maybe.
be really weird if it happened over the weekend. I hope not.
Yeah.
But this is why I don't think the Nuggets are doing anything crazy, is because I just think it would be insane for them to make a trade and then hire a GM.
Totally. I
You
mean,
know-
they are signaling we're not doing anything in the draft. We're probably not doing much in free agency either.
Right.
Yeah.
Or that they know the one or two guys that they are going to
Right.
get,
Or
you
just
know,
already
like-
decided.
Yeah, like Bruce is already here. I mean,
Right. I mean, he is. So I was thinking about, out of the box dark horse candidates maybe.
Yeah.
And, we talked about the other day, maybe they look to an ex-player. Maybe that's kind of a voice that they look at and say, okay, we might need that in this next iteration of the front office. I feel like Jameer Nelson would be a great guy to target. Jameer Nelson, currently the GM of the 76ers G League team. He was the assistant there. He's now the GM. He's kind of worked his way up.
Is that the Blue Coats?
The Blue Coats.
Yeah.
Good pull. Former Nugget, played with Jokic, knows the organization. I just feel like he has connects all across the league, like a very well-versed guy, knows everybody. I feel like a guy like him would be a great ad. I don't know what position
I was gonna
necessarily.
say, like,
maybe an
assistant?
assistant GM type of guy.
Yeah.
But a guy with his kind of presence, I feel like would be a good addition and something they might need.
That
What do
would
you guys
be
think of that?
to me. I kind of love it. I don't know. Again, it's a first-time GM. It's somebody that has not even been in the learning the ropes for that long.
Yeah.
But so I don't know if making him the GM or the Pobo or something like that. But
yeah, I think maybe assistant GM.
Assistant GM or something like that. I do think he's so well respected, man. Some people
really
are just
well-respected.
are more respected than the others. And Jameer Nelson, man, has a lot of clout. I don't know if do you guys remember Jameer Nelson, the college player?
St. Joe's, him and Delonte West.
Kind of an iconic college guy, which I feel gives him a little. We've almost lost that.
That was an
king,
age
man.
when college basketball mattered
Short
way
king.
more.
Short king.
It's one of my dad's favorite players. Yeah, one of my dad's favorite
He's a
players.
true short king too,
He
man.
is,
He
yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
His shorts would go down to his ankles.
What do you think of adding a Jameer Nelson or an ex-player type of guy?
In an assistant role, potentially, I think that'd be
Yeah.
a really interesting look. Also, as you mentioned, a guy that literally extends to the Jokic era. So as a player and has relationships not just around the league but in Denver, which is something we know is at least allegedly important to ownership right now as they make their next hires. I could see that. I feel, as Adam said, if you're looking for a president or someone to do this as opposed to Ben or ahead of him on the hierarchy, I think you probably do want experience. But as an assistant look, I think that's a great suggestion, actually.
I'd love to get him in the system, man. He's a really interesting guy. He's a Philly guy, though.
He is a Philly guy.
So I don't know that you were going to lure him away.
He might want that job. That's a good point.
It would be weird for somebody that played. Has this happened? Somebody that played with Jokic I guess Darrell Arthur. Darrell Arthur played
kind
with
of an
Jokic.
assistant coach at the Nuggets right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. Interesting. All right. What else do we have in the mailbag? Are we
First
close
off,
to Harlow salmon yet?
We're $30 away. So if
30
someone
bucks away
Bro,
from
I'm
eating
telling you,
Harlow's
this one is
salmon.
gonna
someone
be-
just push us over the edge.
This
right
one's
here.
going to be wild.
I'll do it.
This
Me
was
too.
the
I'll do
one.
it. It might be good.
We'll do it. Yeah. Yeah.
It might have expired. We don't know.
We have
might all
Triscuits-
die. We might all
Triscuits
get
and
sick.
cheese.
And Harlow, again, we appreciate the salmon.
No one ever gets sick from fish, dude.
All right, from Christopher Downs, outside of Yoke, who would affect you most emotionally if they were traded this summer?
Probably
Aaron Gordon,
I mean,
for
Aaron
sure.
Gordon is my second favorite Nugget, and it's going to take a whole lot to bypass him. Of all time, I'm saying.
How do you guys feel about like KCP felt to me so much like the core, and I do think that pretty quickly after he's gone, you're just kind of like, this is the new normal. You reach homeostasis. I say this, man. I don't think anybody is bothered by Jamal as much as I am. I think I might be the number one guy that just Jamal gets under my nerves and under my skin. But losing him, even if it's the right move, would feel final. There's this chance for Jamal to redeem himself to the extent that
We're
needs to.
hanging on to the core four era,
and
the Yoke Jamal.
And the pragmatic
duo.
part of me is like, hey, if it has to happen, it has to happen.
Sure.
But there's this other part of me that is like, it still to me would feel weird to have Jamal elsewhere.
I think, and KCP was also the one with the least, with the shortest tenure here. So as far as moving on emotionally, it was probably the easiest piece of the core to do it.
Yeah.
And I would say Mike would probably be next. Like, people will always remember Mike for the title. I think if Mike was a different piece, but you still had Murray, Jokic, and Gordon, it would still feel like the core.
You're right.
But I think if Aaron Gordon or Jamal were gone, it would just be such a different. If Jamal were gone, it would be such a different team functionally. If Aaron Gordon would be gone, it'd be a completely different team spiritually. So that's
a good
how
way
I
to
look
put
at
it.
it.
What about Vlatko Čančar? Obviously, he's not high in this list, but there's a real chance they don't have him on the roster next year. And he's been a weird sort of appendage, He's not like a huge impact guy, but he's been around a while.
It would mean a lot to Yoke for him not
Probably.
to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's his guy. He's in his inner circle.
What if he's the GM?
Guys, Harlow himself just donated the last 30
No!
to get us over.
All right, let's do it. Let's
Do
bring
we
this-
just eat this with our fingers? Our whole
We
hands
have
are going to
forks
smell?
over there too.
There's forks?
Or there's
Okay.
spoons, I believe, as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get in on this.
Let's bring it over here with maybe a plate as well would be great.
Yeah, some
Oh, he's on
plates.
it. All right,
look at
yeah.
this. Our guy Logan, man. Turn
Little
Logan.
fish.
A hooper.
Some spoons. Okay. And here's the salmon.
All right. Put that on some plates and get this out.
Break this baby open.
Oh my God, this is going to smell so fast.
Okay.
Can you get it there, Harrison?
boy.
It's open.
I actually love salmon.
Me too. This might be a real treat.
This might be, he swears it's a delicacy.
Smells like
good?
salmon.
Eric
Well-
says to cook it on the candle, Which is becoming a fire hazard, by the way. That thing's getting long.
Eric is so thankful he missed this one. Eric, picky eater.
Oh, gross.
Oh, I'm starting to smell it there.
Oh, there's a piece.
Oh, there's a chunk. This is for here. Is this for
I don't want
Vogt?
to do this anymore, man.
Oh, wait, no, that's just Vogt's piece.
Is there more than one plate there? Or is that
No, but we can
Oh,
just
with
share a little
Harrison's
bowl.
grimy little fingers on
Yeah,
it,
look at
dude.
this thing. Harlow, thank you so much for this
Oh, it's
delicacy.
on my laptop.
I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Do you eat the skin and
I'm
everything?
going for it.
How do we do?
It's good.
Really?
It's really good.
It's good.
It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually really good.
It's better than I thought.
it's better than I thought. It is a delicacy. There's a little
I
delicacy.
mean, I don't know
eating
if I'd have
skin.
the whole jar, but
Harlow called us landlubbers.
I'm in for a piece.
I love it.
Harlow's the
What a
man.
bird.
Oh, man.
I might go for another piece.
Yeah, if you ate this with like some Dijon, like some Dijon mustard, I think that would really be good.
Chat, do you like when we chew into the microphone?
Yeah, is that cool or no? This does look like a tongue, though. I will say that. It has the look
It
and
looks
texture
way
of
worse
eating.
than it tastes.
I feel like it's eating a person's tongue.
Eric said, I would rather beat up a kid live on the show than eat that. No offense, Harlow.
Well, I would actually take offense to that. It's pretty good.
I kind of hope you don't do that, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got some on my shirt, too.
All right.
All right.
Should we hit an ad break?
Yeah, we should. Let's hit a break.
You want me to go first? I got you. Yeah. You seem busy. Shout out to our friends at Bet365. The NBA Finals are tonight. Could be the clincher. There is a new promo right now for the NBA Finals at Bet365 that offers customers a chance to win a jackpot of up to $100,000 in bonus bets with the first play fortune to enter for a chance to win a share of that 100 grand. You must place a 3-leg same game parlay where the 3 legs are specifically a player to score the first basket, a player to get the first assist, and that first rebound. Only bets consisting of those exact 3 legs will be eligible. Log in to place your bet or sign up. Use the code DNVR365, deposit $10, and place your 3-leg same game parlay bet for $1 minimum. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only. Opt-in required.
Denver's best roofers have joined the DNVR team. They've also joined Adam Mattis' team.
That's right.
I know. How's the roof going?
Well, haven't started yet.
Okay.
With insurance and everything, it's like all this
yeah,
stuff,
all
man.
that, all
But
that.
they've helped out tremendously even with that part of it. I told you guys the story. It was a rainy night. My roof had a leak in it at like 6, 7 o'clock at night. I call them up. They had somebody there in 30 minutes.
Wow.
They had somebody there in 30 minutes and already started mitigating all of the damage that was happening into my house before anything. Like, no questions out
That's
there.
just
All right, we
because
gotta
you're
go.
a local celebrity, though.
Well, maybe it is, man. Yeah, they just wanted to take pictures and stuff. It was incredible, man. They really are. This is what Red Hawk is trying to do. They really are. This is a service industry, fixing people's roofs. And it's almost easy because so many roofing companies are just like really slimy, man. They just want to take advantage of whoever they can. I've told you horror stories in the past. Their whole thing is we're just going to be the people that are like reliable. Anytime we have a small job, we're going to do a great job. And then they'll send you like texts or emails or whatever, just so that when you need the big job, they'll be there. They really are incredible. And the reason is because they're Denver people. These are true Coloradans, man. They might even join us as we explore Colorado perhaps later on this year. Huge DNVR supporters, and here's the thing. Free, no obligation roof and property inspections. Free in-depth photo reports for all inspections. But by the way, that no obligation thing, because I'm going through insurance, I had to get a second bid. Really hard to get a second bid from somebody who wouldn't charge me $200 just for giving a bid.
Insane.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
That's just like a classic move in that type of industry.
Just for them to tell you. And so of course, they give you that no obligation roof and property inspection, in-depth photo reports. Here's the other thing I can give you a personal testimony. 800 photos they took.
Whoa.
I feel like they could have taken 6.
Right. It seems like a
They took
lot, but
800
I'm
photos.
guessing it was necessary.
It is necessary because they want to log every single thing that is happening so you know that they did the best job. Supporting your local teams means supporting local businesses like Red Hawk Roofing. If you're looking for a new roof over your home or business, be sure to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com or call 720-771-8921 and tell them DNVR sent you.
All right. Back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast.
You know how hard it is to get into my attic?
No.
Really hard because the opening is only like this big, and then I have a a built-in closet thing I added later that kind of covers half of it.
I know how hard it is to get to your attic, man.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, you know.
Stupid joke.
I don't.
Anyway, it's very hard. Red Hawk Roofing somehow got up in there, man. They had to like.
They got up in your attic.
It was like spelunky.
Red Hawk Roofing. We can get in your attic.
They don't put that one on the posters.
I'm just telling you, if it was me, I would have gone to the house and been like, I'm not going up there. I can't do it.
All right, we're back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast. If we raise $300,
Yeah, what are we at next?
we get to eat the mystery sausage. Something else that was sent to us.
Something else. We'll just start.
It has been cooked. It's sitting over there. It actually smells.
It actually
pretty
smells
good.
great.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
No offense to Harlow's
we get to that.
sausage or salmon.
Yeah, by mystery sausage, we mean some very fine
It actually looks like
fine food someone sent us.
Yeah.
For us what are they called?
Lubbers, land lubbers,
Land lubbers.
scalawags.
All right. Next in the mailbag from Jesse Hartman. Any chance the Nuggets pull something similar to the Phoenix deal and send the 2031 first for several lesser value picks?
So the thing about that deal is it was a bad deal for the Suns.
Why?
It could have been a good deal, but they didn't have anything lined up to do with those picks.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
And so they gave off their best asset for 3 worse assets, but didn't have really anything lined up to do with them. So I think the Nuggets have this, 2031 first round pick. It's really like their last good asset to use. And so I think you hold on to it for a big type of deal if it comes along.
I'm of two minds of this one because I really do think the further you go out, the more people just talk themselves into anything. So when you trade a 2031 first, people will try to say, well, is Denver going to be good then?
Oh,
You have
Jokic
no
could be
idea.
out of his prime.
It could be out of his prime. But people also just look at the Bain deal and they're like, oh, it's 4 picks and a pick swap. And you're like, yeah, but a lot of those picks are basically second rounders or likely to be. And it doesn't matter. They're just poker chips. So part of me does think Denver just needs poker chips. And I am with you, though. I don't think you do it without a plan. But if you do it because you can kind of see around the corner, this thing is melting in a really scary direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
You might
the
wanna
candle?
blow that candle out.
Yeah,
Should I
you see
blow it out?
You see how it moved to the left side?
Yeah.
$80 away from the
Not
sausage.
an evenly melting candle.
$80 away from the
120
sausage.
away from Adam chugging a beer, which is crazy because Adam doesn't even drink beer anymore at a normal pace.
I mean, I would. I'd chug it, though. It's actually better to chug beer than to sip beer, in my opinion.
Is it? Mm-hmm. All right.
What would you do, Vogt? Would you hold on to the pick, or would you try to get maybe 2 or 3 first rounders that are way worse, but might help do a smaller deal?
Dude, I almost wonder if way worse is because like Denver. I mean, 2031. You should look at it right now as trade flexibility is what you want more than anything else. So maybe multiple picks is the move
Yeah,
because
maybe.
it can help sweeten a deal for you to get that perfect 8th guy you need, 7th guy you need. But to me, whatever other teams view as more valuable, whether that's multiple picks back or that one pick on itself by its own. But I'm kind of over, thinking about prospects. I think it's all about trades. Would be
for
how I
sure.
would frame it.
For sure. All right, what else we got in the mailbag? Let's do
Sausage is
another
not-
here.
The salmon's starting to. There's an aftertaste to that.
All right, this
lingers.
one is maybe not fun, but something we should probably talk about. I know he's a hard one to read, but are we getting to the point where the big fella wanting out if he sees the organization heading downward?
Who wants to go first?
I mean, it's a valid question to ask.
For sure.
Because most superstars would.
Yeah.
What was the question exactly?
He's hard to read, but would Jokic ask out if he thinks the organization?
The question is,
Gotcha.
would Jokic? I'll say this. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's part of what it's something I genuinely appreciate about him because I think most people would take the path of least resistance, and if not the path of least resistance, most people's tolerance for throwing others under the bus and saying, "Hey, well, it was them," is just so much lower than Jokic's is. And I think Jokic has been consistent in look, they need more help. There's things that they can do. But he also admits that, hey, man, there were games in this playoffs that the Nuggets lost where he wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I think he's like, yeah, I can easily say it'd be nice if I was afforded to have a couple bad games in a series because my team was so good. But I kind of love that Jokic feels a sense of loyalty, a sense of, hey, man, Rings culture is kind of dumb, and I think KD is the one that kind of killed it because nobody was surprised that him joining a 73-win team would lead to a title. Everyone kind of knew that was like, well, yeah, of course he's good enough for that, but how good is he in other areas? And I think Jokic kind of has this inherent sense of, I probably could win 5 or 6 titles if I was on some super team, but the challenge is here. They brought me in. They made me a billionaire. I'm not that worried about Jokic asking out, but I do think the Nuggets could push the line to where he would change his mind.
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, if it was any other superstar, I think we would be hearing that, no doubt.
But there's
at
also,
this point in time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Good.
There's also a practical side to it as well with Jokic, where I honestly think you can chalk some of it up to, I don't think Jokic wants to go start over in some new American city. I honestly don't. I think that's like maybe if he would, if he felt like he had to, but I think part of it is Jokic got comfortable here. I think Jokic prioritizes comfort and it sort of off the basketball court, and maybe that's a factor as well.
And I think there is a sense of loyalty too to some of this. Like, Jokic wasn't guaranteed to happen. I know in hindsight it does feel that way. But there was a million things that could have gone into Jokic not becoming Jokic that are even out of his control. Barcelona signs him, and all of a sudden now his contract's hard to get out of, and all these different things. There's a bunch of stuff that could have happened, and I think he has a sense of, hey, man, Denver invested a lot into me when I was nothing, and now they're not, maybe in their shaky waters, not doing so well, but I think it would take a lot more for him to go out. And by the way, the Nuggets went to Game 7 against the future champs.
Oh, for sure.
It's not like there's this sense that the Nuggets are giving him the Kevin Garnett team of the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've messed up the margins in a way that's meaningful, but they've been very good teams.
Right. I mean, I think it's an awesome thing that I don't think he'll ask out, but I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world if there was some pressure on the Nuggets to do right by him and really push all their chips in, whatever that means.
Right.
With, a threat of what would Jokic do looming. It'd be nice if there was like a little bit of that, I think. Not too much, because I think that's unhealthy for an organization and franchise, because you just get desperate and you start making moves like Milwaukee did, where it kind of F's you, as we're seeing now. But I think overall, if you look at the situation, it's probably healthiest the way he's conducting it.
I also think half the time players demand trades because the organization let them down. It's really a smoke screen for them to go where they want. And I think Melo, this is part of what's annoying about Melo. Melo tells the story of, the team wasn't competitive anymore, so I want him to go. He went to the Knicks, and they traded everybody, and they were not good. They had Landry Fields and stuff. It's like you went to a team that was not a team that if you just looked at that roster, you would have said, yeah, that's not a contender. Denver was every bit of a contender at the time to the team he went to. So a lot of times I think that's Damian Lillard really wanted to go to Miami, and you're like, well, Miami's not good.
I mean, look at the teams Kevin Durant wants to go to, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Durant wants to go to San Antonio or Miami.
Well, he's let down by the Suns. The Suns let him down.
Right, because he wants to go there to win.
There are I'm not joking, but there are teams that have let players down, and Kevin Garnett is probably the best example of this. I just think that more often than not, people look at that as like, well, you didn't give me the 73-win Warriors. And it's like, yeah, man, that's tough.
Yeah. Where are we at on donations? Are we eating the sausages yet?
We're still $80 away. No more of
Come on, guys. Let's donate. Big brothers,
sausages.
big sisters. All the money goes to them 100%. We don't get any of it.
We could switch sausages and beer chug if people are more interested in seeing us chug beer.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. If somebody donates right now to get to 300, you can name what we do. But not the hot sauce.
But not the hot sauce.
All right, let's go do another question.
All right. Give me a sec. I was on the donations page. All right. How much should Denver prioritize home court next season?
Good question.
Good question.
I don't know how important it is right now.
Very important for Oklahoma City, though.
It was.
They've been a completely different team at home, but you are right that a lot of other teams have not.
Including Denver.
But OKC has.
I guess maybe let me frame it differently. It's not that it doesn't matter. Matchups. I think I care more about matchups than anything else right now. What's your path to a conference finals? And once you're in a conference finals, you're just in the mix.
Here's what I'll say. Home court advantage in the playoffs means you won a lot of games, and I think the cost sometimes of winning a lot of games is not worth the reward of that. But I will say that I think Denver needs to figure out why they've been so bad at home. Whoo!
just got a $280 donation.
Oh, wow.
So we're doing sausage, beer chug, and push-ups, guys.
Okay.
All right.
So
Wait, hold on. He's
hold
got to
on.
do the push-ups after the beer chug.
Vote will do the push-ups.
Yeah. Do I get at least a cold beer?
There's a beer in the
There's a
fridge.
cold beer in the fridge.
Oh, heck yeah.
And what's the third one? I get the sausage.
Yeah.
No, wait, what? The sausage was for everybody. The Nuggets got to win some games at home, though. That's my big thing. The Nuggets got to win games at home next year.
Yeah, for sure.
They should not lose at home.
For sure.
Yeah, what happened to that? In 2023, it wasn't just that they won at home. In the regular season, if teams saw they were ending a road trip in Denver,
They quit.
They didn't even play guys.
Yeah.
And you had Russ this year. Russ in Denver, to me, should be the ultimate cheat code.
I know.
Because you play the Nuggets for 6-7 minutes in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden Russ checks in, and he's... And you're
know.
like, dude, forget this.
It's
and yet we
crazy
sucked.
how they weren't better at home.
I think Nuggets side might not have had the best vibes around each other.
Well,
I mean, they were awful.
You're
Yeah.
only saying
Okay,
that
here's
because
the
a couple
sausage.
guys lost their
you-
jobs.
That's the only reason.
Okay. Sausage right here.
Oh, this looks incredible.
man.
Let's all take a piece.
And this was sent to us. I got to...
pass this down.
Oh, my God. So
Mystery
much better than
sausage.
the salmon.
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
Yeah. So the
really
person who
it was great.
sent this actually hit us up on Twitter. It was the person who hit us up. His brother, I think, sent it to us.
Somebody emailed me. Let me see.
That's good.
Just chewing.
Yeah, that's like really good sausage.
Really good mystery sausage.
Oh man, this is the worst ASMR ever.
Okay.
Just us chewing.
Charco
Here's the beer.
Charcut Nouveau was the name of it. Our guy Spencer Black sent it. Dude, that's a...
This is a massive beer.
Yeah, that's a lot of beer. A 16 ounce I have to chug?
Yeah.
Can you give me a glass?
Great call.
Can you give me a glass? It'll
Great
make
call.
it easier.
Yeah.
There's
And
Miller Lite,
the
though. You guys
push-ups
know
are the
this.
other one.
Logan, just grab one.
Yeah. Oh, man. A little beer.
Can I
I
have another,
didn't
can I have another
plan-
piece of that sausage?
Yeah, of course, buddy.
Intern Logan shake this thing up so it exploded? This is an exploding beer. It's going to be so rough. This is so rough.
Adam is so far past his prime for this stuff.
No way, man.
Also, I will
In
say,
that prime.
shout out the $280 anonymous
Yeah,
donation.
whoever that
It's
was,
incredible.
man, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The next thing is a blind taste test of a food that is. It will be very entertaining if we get there. I promise
Oh
you.
my god.
I just
Okay.
think I can do this without
Here's the
throwing
beer- here's
up
the
all
cup.
over.
I'm very curious to find out.
Find out myself. I haven't done this for a while. What's another question while I prep this one?
Well, I can get the push-ups going too. You know?
Oh yeah, get over.
We got to
get your
move the
push-ups
camera
done.
for that too.
What
We
do I
can
gotta
keep
do,
talking.
30?
People want it ready.
Yeah.
All right. As Vogt gets ready, the next mailbag question is for you, Adam. Which bird is best?
That was not bad, huh?
Nice.
Not bad.
Valiant effort.
This cup was too small. I have to pour a little more in.
Look at that.
That was like 12 ounces of beer. Now I have like
Man.
4. What bird is best? I like the ferruginous hawk.
The what?
The ferruginous hawk. That's that Colorado native. Really big. It's like eagle size. Very gorgeous too. White underbelly.
Like,
Yeah, it's like 85 pounds roughly. Yeah. Blue Jay's pretty awesome. All the corvids, I would say. The crows.
Blue
the
Jay's a
ravens.
great bird.
Yeah.
Beautiful bird.
So those are some of my favorites. Chickadees, so friendly. Little friendly birds of the forest. All right, we got vote
we have the
30.
push-ups?
Oh, you
All
want me to go
right.
here too? All right, hold on.
All right.
Boom.
That's pretty
One.
good, man.
Oh. Good form. Yeah. 1,
1.
2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5.
Do you think he
6,
can do all 30 without breaking his form? Let's find out.
9,
This is the real
10,
challenge. So
11,
far, so good.
12. Form's holding steady. 14.
All right,
15,
halfway. So far, so good.
16,
No
slowing
mistake,
down a little
no
bit.
shaking. No, he's good.
But form still looks
don't
great.
get in his head. Let him do this.
I think that's
yeah,
21.
it's 20.
21. 22.
All right,
23.
he's slowing down here, but he's got
24.
it. My guy,
25. He's within reach. 26. 27.
Dude. This is so good
28.
for Vogt's brand.
29.
This is like really good.
30.
Yes, let's go. Vogt's brand through the roof right now. Look at that, man. Impressive.
That was
Let's
great.
go.
Yeah.
Vogt, all those workouts paying off.
Let's go.
That was for charity.
I love that you're rolling this is showing people how strong and fit you are, and I'm eating sausage
We're
and
just
beer.
eating and drinking.
For once, I'm not the get hammered guy. It's kind of awesome.
Oh, man. That was great. All right, next up, we have the blind taste test. If we get to that.
No idea what that one is.
I don't either.
All right. This one coming in from Rob Stennett. Feel like everyone has been grumpy the last 2 Nuggets seasons. How can we enjoy this next season more?
That's the big task.
I think that's going to be it's got to be our theme of the next season. Like, we have to enjoy it more than anybody. And then I think maybe the Nuggets will also. Like, we need to bring that vibe.
I agree with this.
I think we tried to, but maybe we can try a little harder.
Was there a bit of an eco death for the fandom last year? And then, good God.
I'm just cleaning up over here. I'm just
That's so
Little
gross.
piece of leftover salmon.
I hated having to see that even.
I'm just cleaning up because this thing is smelling horrible.
Okay.
Some kind of foul.
For us, with the as fans, with the pride in the whole thing, I wonder if there was a bit of an ego death last year, culminated in some firings. And then everyone came back to sort of, as a team, like at least try again in the playoffs.
I actually think the playoffs were more fun than we've had in 2 years.
So I wonder,
For sure.
did we come out the other end of a certain tunnel as a fan base?
No, because here's what it is, man. The clock is ticking, and this offseason feels like the downward slope of the hill. Like if the whole thing is an up and down, it feels like we're past the peak now, and so there's this clock ticking sensation that we all kind of collectively feel. But to your point, it doesn't matter because it will be over. I mean, that's one of the things I keep thinking about is at some point this is going to be over.
Yep.
And even though I think it's further out than most people would say, I still think it's like 6-7 years from being over. But it's close enough now that we can kind of imagine it. You could be like, oh, yeah, that is going to come up. It's going to sneak up on us. But you kind of have to just embrace, hey, man, if there's still a lot of fun things that happen. This was Jokic's best season.
You know what I mean? One of the best seasons ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to think the vibes were so bad last year at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be better this year, I think. Even if it's a run it back approach with David Adelman, I just feel like his presence is going to bring a lot of good vibes and good energy to the team, to the locker room, to the organization to start the season. And then, you just have to get off to a good start.
We'll enjoy it, though. Come on. We're going to enjoy this next year.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I think this next year actually is shaping up to be interesting. It's not that I'm the most optimistic, but it's just different. Michael Malone has been a mainstay.
For sure.
It's just going to be different, and that's why I think it'll feel different next year, and hopefully different in a good way.
All right, what's next?
All right. Coming in. This is in Serbian, so I can't read it. Sorry. There seems to be a clear correlation between your visit to Serbia and winning a championship. What can we do to get you to come back? The Drina rafting trip is happening in late July. Just saying.
Oh, man, can you imagine if we went rafting? If we go back, we have to go rafting.
Well, Yoke just went rafting.
Yeah, he just went.
Oh,
he'd be so pissed if we were on the river.
He's like,
He's so pissed.
Guys.
Can you imagine if we ruined his annual
We're like,
rafting
hey,
trip
yo,
just by being there?
We found
We're all
it.
MVPs. Like, shut up.
Like, Jesus.
It's not funny anymore. No, that would be awesome. We have to find a reason to go back to Serbia.
Yeah.
And
we can't just go back to go back.
I mean, we can. I'm just saying the company won't pay for us to go.
Yeah, we need to go back with there needs to be a real purpose to what we're doing there.
I will say this. I think we're going to try. I mean, we never know any. We're trying to do something this year that, to me, would be the spiritual epilogue to the Serbia trip. A smaller thing. That's why I say it's not the sequel. Not in Serbia.
Yeah.
But my hope is that it sets the stage for some of these bigger. I'm trying to build a way for us back to Serbia.
Right. But we would love to come back.
Would Serbia embrace us all the same? There was nobody saying trade Jokic back when we went to Serbia. Now there's a lot. There's a lot of Serbs.
And honestly, our Q score may have dropped a lot.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So who's to
Everybody
say?
loved
Devs
us at
probably
that
did
point.
not.
Yeah, Dev's still way up here.
Dev's
He's
fine.
even higher.
Maybe
than
just
ever.
Dev should go.
Yeah, we'll just send Dev.
Him and RG.
The Serbs are going to be like, yes, that's correct. Send him.
Donation comment from Maddox. The Nuggets are going to be better next year. They're going to win it all. Believe it. Stop trying to trade everyone for the sake of just trading someone.
Positive Maddox chiming in. Thank you.
Is that Stan Kroenke's burner? Is that what's going on?
I also think it's Eric pointing out, I think it's very funny that we're talking about getting back to Serbia
Eric's
as
there
Eric
right
is
now.
actively in Serbia.
Like, we need a purpose to go back to Serbia.
But it's
Eric's
not the
like,
same. He hasn't even fallen down a single hill yet. What do you...
You miss us, Eric.
Yeah, you miss us. What was I about to ask? Oh, here's a question for you. Over under 0.5 times Stan Kroenke has watched this show.
Under,
probably.
I'm going to go over.
Well, Josh was on it once.
I think he might have watched that.
I don't know.
You're right, though. He watched that one for sure.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, because he called him and was like, hey, you sucked on that show. You were terrible.
Don't ever bring the trophy to that bar again.
I think Josh Kroenke, it's like, dozens of times.
He's sending him clips.
Yeah.
You think Josh is sending President and Governor Stan Kroenke?
Look what they're saying about
clips?
you, man. They're saying you're terrible.
Timestamps.
They're talking about the trading facility again.
We haven't talked about that in a while.
No.
No
Did we
news
bring
on
up,
that.
though, the Grizzlies one?
No, we didn't.
Kale, can you find that?
Let me see.
So Desmond Bain,
This
who was
is
in
a
an
story.
interview after he was traded to the Magic, right?
Yeah.
Like his first interview there, because he, does the photo op, goes into the practice facility, does the whole tour, and he says something along the lines of like, "This is way better than what we had in Memphis."
No. That's not what happened. So he had a comment from previous.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Okay.
where he said something about like that trading facility is crazy, and then someone was like, "Well, now that you're here, is it as good as you hoped or whatever?" Yeah, this is the Grizzlies training facility.
Who
and
designed this?
I thought the Nuggets had the worst one. I
Hang
thought
on,
they
though.
did.
Are we?
It's bigger than the Nuggets. I will say
I was
that.
gonna say, man, they've
Barely.
got more court space than the Nuggets.
And they said there's no windows, but there are windows
There's 4
there.
windows there.
And then
The
I was
Nuggets, by
thinking,
the way,
no
do not
windows.
have any windows.
No windows in the Nuggets.
There's
one.
a whole wall of windows
Yeah,
right
a
there.
whole-
I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie, guys. This may be coming in ahead of the
It's
UCL
not though, man.
practice
Just
arena.
the reason it's not is because the UCL practice facility leases a full-sized NBA court. This one, look at that logo, man. You can be pulling up from a regular 3 and you're at the logo.
does look a little crunched.
Yeah, it looks a little.
It does
Like you
look
can't
a little
actually
crunched.
none of these courts are actually full court, so you can't actually work on real full court
Is the
things.
Yeah,
Nuggets
okay.
one a full court?
Yes.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it's a full court. So at least they have that going.
Also, I feel like that side basket is not that usable.
because of where it is. It's so true. If you're at the top of the key, you're in
It's
the
like
middle
when
of
you're
the
at
other
the
court.
gym back in the day and there's like a full court game and you're trying to shoot on that little side hoop.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I hope my rebound doesn't go into the game happening right
Yeah.
here.
My favorite rec, Carpenter Rec Center, 4-on-4 because the court was so small.
Hey
Loved
guys,
it though. 4-on-4
Yeah.
is great.
3 minutes left in the show. 5-5-5-5-5-5-5-ish just got us over the hump for the blind taste.
Oh my God.
taste
Our
test.
guy
Taste
is.
test.
Here comes the blind taste.
What does this mean? Blind
So
taste test?
we
Salmon
have
again.
a blindfold. Who wants to do it? Should I do this?
Yeah, I think you should.
Actually, Win should do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it,
blindfold
yeah.
yourself.
Blindfolding myself with this
Man, thanks 5-5-ish. Man, so how much did we raise?
NWSL scarf. Okay.
What did we
New
raise,
scarf
600?
coming here.
Talking to Kale, he's not hearing me.
Sorry, I was reading the chat because someone donated
600.
600. Yep.
$600.
That's a good
Okay.
job, man. You guys really came through for us pretty strong. Keep it going though. What's after this one?
All right, Logan. After this, it is
awkward
the
question.
awkward
Can
office
Can it
questions.
go in my hand or
Yeah,
does he have
you
to
can
put
just
it
pour it
directly
in
into
his
my
hand.
mouth?
I know
or
what these are.
Give him like 4.
Oh, and he has to do all of them one at a time because this is
Yep.
what I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's a candy of some sort.
Yeah,
or
and
something
just tell us
small.
what you got. Tell us what
Okay.
you got. Does it have the answers on the back there? I think. All
I'm
right.
eating this one first.
Okay, let's find out what this one is. These are jelly beans with a weird flavor.
Oh,
That's either a stink bug or a toasted marshmallow.
that was a stink bug.
That's just mean, dude.
Oh my God.
It looks really uncomfortable.
He's got to do 4 of these.
I feel like let's each do one. I
Can
feel
I
like
have
we-
a water or something?
We don't have a water.
Can I get one of
do
those?
one.
Logan's working right now. He's working right now. He's got to
Just
toast
any
the
liquid?
flavor. There's unfortunately you're stuck.
Can I get some of the sausage?
Here, you can
It
take
tastes
this-
like
you can take a bite of the full sausage.
It tasted like a bug.
Like a bug. All right, you got another one. Half of these are good, by the way. Half of these are good.
This is
Half
the
of them are
next
terrible.
one.
Oh no! Don't say anything. Tell us if you can guess what it is.
This one just kind of tastes like a normal jelly bean.
Either butter popcorn or rotten egg.
But butter popcorn.
Lucky.
That one was good.
Rotten egg. Oh.
Oh yeah, now I taste the popcorn. Okay.
Okay.
All right, now this one.
Okay. Oh God. It's interesting.
That first one tasted like a legit bug. That one was good too.
Oh, how's he getting lucky here? This is so annoying.
That was pomegranate.
If you're watching on our
Old
fast channel,
Band-Aid.
if you're watching on our fast channel, go to the internet to watch whatever this last one is.
That was pomegranate.
Let's give him like
sure.
10 more, man. This is great. This
Okay.
is great commentary.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's future barf.
Barf. Barf.
Sausage.
I love how it's an uncut sausage he has to pick up and bite from. Dude. Where Eric says best part, no reason for the blindfold either. He wouldn't know what the flavor is either way.
Okay.
Oh, God. That was too funny.
Oh my god.
Barf flavored with a sausage.
That was awful.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Show.
All right, we got in the show.
All right, we have one donation chat that came in.
Okay.
From Panda 58.
Hell yeah.
Heard from a personal source at ESPN that the smoke
my
about
God.
Denver's interest in Bobby Marks definitely has some fire to it.
All
Bobby Marks?
Bobby Marks, man.
Or
Let's
Bob
bring
Myers?
him in. Bob Myers, probably, but maybe Bobby Marks. This is the only show in our 5-year history where we've had a sausage chaser.
A full uncut
God.
sausage just with his bare hand.
I had no other option.
Unbelievable.
It was either the sausage or the salmon.
The cake was right there.
He even just said sausage. Sausage me.
Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
I think we have a cap guy in
Yeah,
Ben
no,
Tenzer.
he or she corrected Bob Myers.
Oh,
Bob
not-
Myers.
Bob-
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was like, I'm going to text Bobby Marks
I didn't
right
know
now
Bobby
to find
Marks
out if
was
he's coming.
Bob Myers would be
Bob
awesome.
Myers. Very different. Very different. Thank you, Panda.
All right.
That was incredible. Okay.
All right. Well,
right,
thanks for
well.
watching, everybody. Great show. Thanks
my
to everybody
God.
who donated. We really appreciate it.
For sure.
Everything goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters. We raised over $10,000 for them this week across ALLCITY. Thanks, Kale. And yeah, thanks everybody who made this show happen. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.